Hey there, YouTube. Crypto Force here again, bringing you another daily dose of crypto. And today I want to discuss three small cap coins that I think have a lot of potential in the short term as well as the long term. Now, for those of you that don't know what a small cap coin is, it's very much like a small cap stock. It's a stock or a coin with a low amount of supply. So let's say you take a Doja coin, for instance. There's over 100 billion coins. So that would be a large cap coin, large cap coin. So what that means is you would have to have astronomical amount of volume up or down to really make a reflection in the price on percentage. As to where a small cap coin, like the ones I'm going to discuss, and I consider a small cap coin around 100 million or less, if there's a big shift in buys and volume, then the price will go up and a much higher percentage than a large cap would, and vice versa. If there's a lot of sell volume, then obviously the price will go down, and the percentage decrease in the price would be much larger than, say, a Doja coin. So small caps are definitely more volatile, but I think in this crypto market and these coins I'm talking about, the small cap makes these prime movers. So let's get down to it. Aragon coin, what is it? Now, Aragon coin, it actually has a lot of really good fundamentals with it. And I kind of like an Aragon coin as sort of it's sort of like if a company comes in and they want to, in just the regular market, like let's say the stock market, they would go to a group of corporate lawyers to make sure they have the business set up right, their tax laws set up right, their financial stuff set up right. And they would basically, have help from a corporate law firm to make sure that the business has all of its, I's dotted and T's crossed. Now, Aragon is very unique in that it's sort of like the law of the blockchain. And when I say the law, the blockchain is decentralized, so there isn't any strict laws you adhere to and stuff. But there's a lot of gray area in the blockchain. So what Aragon does is, excuse me, they provide a jurisdiction or a law, to help incoming companies to understand what they need to do to fit into the blockchain. Now, I think this will be really big for companies that are a little intimidated about cryptocurrency, the blockchain, and I think Aragon will be able to partner with a lot of these companies. And I think once they realize the value in Aragon, I think Aragon is really going to have a spectacular upshift, and I think it is here to stay. I think it's going to be, probably one of the top coins in that niche, which it is right now. I don't know of any other coin that's really heading for the same idea. And I think that Aragon definitely has a lot of upside and potential. Now, when we look at the numbers of Aragon, as you can see, it's up 12% today. Now, I should have done this video yesterday. I was being lazy, but whatever. I shouldn't even really say that, but anyhow, it ICO'd in May of this year, and it was towards the end of May. And as you can see, it ICO'd right around a buck. It's like around $1.46 or so, and it got all the way up at one point to $4.24. Now, it's basically been hovering around its all-time low around $1.50, $1.40, and right now it's, like I said, $1.90. So I believe this is fixing to go up, and I think we could actually see it go up to as high as, 250 or so. I don't like speculating. I'm not a financial analyst or, giving any financial advice. I like talking about objective stuff, not subjective. So I may throw a little bit of my own ideas in there and opinions, but I want to stick to the facts. So, I do believe this is going to go up. I think it found bottom, and now it's starting to do a bounce. Now, there's only 33 million circulating supply. That's huge. This is a very, very low cap coin. So I think there's a lot of potential for this thing to move up. And whenever the volume starts hitting like it has today, the volume started to raise just a little bit. If we can get some big spikes in volume like you saw right here, when you hit the big uptrend, and over here, well, this stupid box is in the way, but when you see the big uptrend like right above the arrow here, and you see how much, how quickly this goes up. Now, like I said, on sales volume, it can go down just as quick. But I think people are going to realize Aragon has a place in the blockchain, and it's going to have a very viable marketplace. So with that being said, Aragon is a great long-term pick in my opinion, and even for the short term. Moving right along, we go to Centra Coin. Now what Centra Coin is if, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to it, but everybody here knows what Floyd Mayweather is, I'm sure, or who Floyd Mayweather is. And what Centra Coin offers is essentially, it's similar to a 10X, a Monaco card. And what they want to do is they want to have a card, and this card, you have a card in a wallet, and on this card you can actually trade, as of right now, the 8 big cryptocurrencies, which are listed here: the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, the ERC20 tokens that are built on the Ethereum platform, Ripple, Zcash, and Dash. And they say they're going to be implementing some more soon. And what you do with this card is they're actually going to start an actual marketplace called eBay. So it's going to be much like eBay. And on there, you can put your own goods and services. There can be actual tangible assets for sale on there, and you use your card along with any of these crypto tokens, and you can do purchases on there, or you can sell your stuff on there. Now, the biggest thing about this is, and I still haven't wrapped my head around this, how they do it, is there is 0% spending and exchange fees. That is massive, because I get so irritated at Coinbase, at Bittrex, especially Coinbase, since they're kind of the only game in town, because you got to really watch who you buy stuff from. You know, it just irritates me how much you have to pay, especially on Coinbase, as far as if you want to do a trade, or, you know, send some tokens to a wallet, or send them to Bittrex to make a purchase. So, you know, 0 exchange fees, 0 spending, and you can do peer-to-peer with this. So I think Centra really has a big potential market. Now, as I was saying, Floyd Mayweather Jr. promoted this, and he's promoted a couple other cryptocurrencies as well. I think Centra is probably the best one that he's promoted. I don't know if he gets paid for it or any of that stuff. But with that being said, let me see. I forgot to show you the team on the other one, on Aragon, but at least these websites have actual teams. So that's big in my opinion, because a lot of these fly-by-nights always talk about it. If they can't show the face of a team member, I don't really want to be associated with it typically. So here's the team members. Don't really know much about them. I know the NIM CEO does have something to do with this particular coin. And this coin ICO'd, I believe, about 2 weeks ago. And there you can see Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now if we go to the numbers, it is up it's up 9% today. And it did ICO 2 weeks ago, so a week and a half ago. There is only 68,000 circulating supply. Now, like I said before, it's under 100 million. 68 million circulating supply. Like I said before, it's under 100 million. It's a small cap in my opinion. And as we can see, it's actually doing a little bounce right now, so it's getting back to the ICO price. I think Centra does have a future, just like Aragon I was talking about. I think that Centra has the right movers and the teams in place. There's less speculation of what's going on. There seems to be more groundwork and footwork already been done in Centra than in some of the other coins that have the cards to pay for and so forth. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. They're talking about having this eBay thing up and running before the end of the year. We'll have to wait and see if that happens. It would be really cool if they did. And as you can see, you know, it's just pretty much had a few blips on the screen, but for the most part, it's been a straight line. So I think there's a lot of room for this to grow. I think in the short term, it'll do good, and it'll definitely be a good long-term hold. So let's go to the last one. Okay, the last coin I want to talk about is Populus Coin. What is Populus Coin? Now, first of all, Populus Coin, I actually heard about it. And if any of you watch any of my videos, you'll know occasionally I talk about Cliff High and his predictions and picks. And as far as cryptocurrency goes, Cliff High is the man. He is pretty spot on with his knowledge of cryptos, the research that he does. And, you know, I really believe in his picks, and he is really big on Populus. So with that being said, what is Populus? Populus it's essentially just an invoice and trade platform that has a profit sharing token. Now, what does that mean? Now that means whenever you hear it's invoice and trade platform, typically that's reserved for, the big banks, the wealthy, the extremely wealthy people. But this brings it down to a micro level where a peer-to-peer person can actually, use invoice and trade platform. And, not only that, but you get a profit sharing token along with it. So this concept is huge. And I don't think people realize how big it is, but they must, because the pre-ICO sold out and also the ICO sold out. So, there's a lot of people that back Populus. And if we look at the numbers of Populus, see it's up to date almost 20%. Now, there's only 41 million circulating supply, which that's a extremely good number. And if you see it, I believe it actually got up to almost six. Yeah, there it is. It actually got up to 688 at one point. Now this coin ICO'd in July of this year, and right now until today's rise of 20%, it's basically been almost the low it's been. It's been basically just consolidating here, going along, and the volume's been trending down. And I've been waiting for an explosion for this thing. It's finally happening, and I think Populus has a huge potential. I think if you're holding this long term, I think you're definitely going to make out, and I think in the short term this is really going to move too. I think 20% is just the start for this thing in the short term. So, like I say before, I'm not a financial analyst or a financial advisor. Do your own research, but Populus Coin, I believe, is going to be big. So, hope you guys like these three picks. These are small caps. Like I said, these definitely have room to go up, and they're extremely volatile, whether they be up or down in price. Just let me know what you think about the videos. Put them in the comments. Share, subscribe, like. You guys want to hear about something, let me know. I'm going to try to get a little better at these videos. I've been trying to pump them out. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. But good luck trading, guys. Market's doing pretty good today. And as always, Crypto Force signing out.